Welcome back to MyMental. As you can tell, my shows keep getting better, and that's only because you guys are. I think today I'm going to talk about hiding, the act of hiding. Remember when you were a kid and you played hide and seek? And if you were the one to hide, remember the anticipation and your heart beating in your little hiding place, wondering if they were going to find you? To what lengths were you going to find hiding? Were you going to crawl under the bed, hide in a cabinet, or go in the fridge? And what do you do when you don't have a lot of places to hide? You find things to cover you with: blankets, tables, people. But it's all about being found. It's all about being found out, isn't it? It's all about being caught. What makes your heart beat so hard and fast when you're hiding from something or from someone? What sort of chemical reaction is that? That's a feeling that people like to get addicted to, adrenaline junkies. You know, that whole act of your heart beating and hard and fast out your chest, through your throat, and to the moon.
Stupid question, but can we go hide on the moon? Not really stupid if you're an astronaut. Are you an astronaut? No. Well, then you can't hide on the moon. Okay.
But you can't try to hide in a corner, and that's not very good of a hiding place, is it? The brain just says, go to the corner. Get in the motherfucking corner. Stay there. So the corner isn't really good for hiding, but it's definitely good for punishment. Dunce. Put the hat on and sit there, dunce. You know, you always could be hiding from something or someone, but you can't hide from yourself. Bingo, bango, dingo, dango. Wherever you are, thou you are. Wherever you go, there you go. Vroom, vroom. Let's fire up those motherfucking motors. One time, right around Thanksgiving, many years ago, I packed everything I can into the back of a Buick Regal that I just purchased and got financed by trading in a very piece of shit old Subaru that was rusted out from top to bottom. Even gave me tickets once. But I had got this Buick Regal on finance. I've never made a payment towards it, but I packed everything I can after several months, and before they had a chance to repo it, I was out and I dipped to California. I had started from scratch essentially and only had about $700 to my name before I left and took off from New Jersey. My first night was in Sandusky, Ohio. My second night was Des Moines, Iowa. My third night was Laramie, Wyoming. I was getting tired from being on the road. Then the fourth night I was in Reno, Nevada. Got stories to tell there. And then my car broke down just outside of Sacramento, California, and I was forced to eat for the first time something from Jack in the Box, and on the side of the road needed a way to get this damn car home. But I didn't have one. So there I was, homeless with a broken car with about $300 left in California, a world away from everybody, and everything that I knew just days ago is long gone in the distance. So I know a thing or two about hiding because I made it a point to hide, run and hide. Didn't want to face responsibility. I didn't want to be around all that crazy shit, that toxicity, those things that were driving me crazy and mad and kept leading me into crazier places and madder places. I couldn't stay here. I did have to go and hide. I guess sometimes if you're really good at hiding, it's not a bad thing to be good at hiding. And that's exactly what I did in California. I went there to go hide. But I took all my fucking bullshit with me. I swept the shit under the carpet. Let it build destruction for me. Nuts when you think you could hide from yourself. So apparently the topic we're covering today is hiding. Let's not hide from that fact. I did look into the fact that animals have been playing hide and seek with their predators for all of evolution, constantly hiding and seeking predatory. Man, we just keep evolving that hide and seek game. I evolved that hide and seek game in my own life. How about you? Can you say the same? Can you say the same? Hiding and seeking, hiding and seeking, and seeking and hiding and hiding and seeking. When I hide, I get back spasms. And my neck hurts. I have a shovel here. Let's dig 6 feet. On second note, it's Thanksgiving 2023, and the only ones hiding today are the turkeys. Probably not the best part or timing of the broadcast to remind you that there are spy satellites, so you really can't hide even if you wanted to. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. With a big old camera from space up your ass. I think hiding could be considered an act of desperation, an act of survival, a basic evolutionary trait inherited by all. If something bad is happening, we have to know how and where to hide. So hiding plays an incremental role in surviving. It's very symbiotic that they actually go together, hiding and survival. Sort of a bunker to regroup, to plan the next course of action, to counterattack, while us being prepared to defend. Continue to move forward until it's time to hide again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready or not, here I come. I gotcha! But that moment in time, just before you're caught, just before you're found out, just before you're found, just before you're caught, before you're seen, before it's all put out there, where it's all found. Fight or flight, baby. Fight or fucking fight. From that place, something magical happens. You break through from the imaginative to the unimaginative. Sorry, unmanageable. Sorry, unimaginative. Imaginative, unmanageability. In the chaos and madness, that moment where time itself stopped. The light's on you. It's time to act now. What are you going to do? 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 What can you do now? What is it that you do? I am asking you. Surrendering or are you fighting? Which are you doing? Are you surrendering or are you fighting? At that moment, you're found. Some people try to make a dip for it. You get up and skedaddle or put your hey dukes up and paddle. What you do when you stop hiding will define the next moments and will lead you through uncertainty. And then the smoke will clear. There's an old haiku that goes something like this. Water, when still, becomes clear. You can try to hide and act like you can't be found. But you could be found. Because you can't hide on yourself. You can't hide on yourself, fool. You're going to be the one that's going to have to pull you through. You're the one that's going to have to pick yourself up, fight or flight. You're the one that has to do it. You're the one that has to face yourself in the end.
With this broadcast, I simply want to let you know that if you're hiding right now, it's okay. It's actually normal. It's very natural to want to go hide, duck your head under something. Listen, ostriches do that, right? When things are pretty scary, they'll put their head under the sand. And people will joke about how you shouldn't do that. But honestly, that's how the ostriches evolved to do so. And we're really no different. Only difference is that we're not an ostrich, and we have a lot of ways to hide, and it's completely okay to hide. It really does provide a place where we can rebound or reassess the situation. And it's okay to look through the corner of your eye, to scope out the world around you, to see if it's safe. It's okay to count to 100. It's okay to take as much time as you need to come out from there. Hiding is a dark place sometimes, but it provides a lot of comfort because we don't get to see what's scaring us. The moment we turn the light back on is the moment that we want to be hiding again. We don't want to face the music. We don't want to face what's outside there. Hiding is a safety place, but there's nothing about growth if it isn't safe first. In order to grow, you need to be safe. You need to have a safe place. Throughout my life, I went hiding a lot, many, many times. I went as far as California solo to hide. I traveled to Wyoming and stayed there for couples of years to hide. I linked up with people to go to Tennessee to hide. I tried job after job after job to hide. I went to jails, more jails, prisons, more prisons to hide. I've been in psych wards, crisis wards, psychiatric hospitals, forensic psychiatric hospitals to hide. Every time I didn't feel safe, I went hiding. I took pills. I drank. I smoked marijuana to hide sometimes. And sometimes I just lay in my bed to hide. If only we had the answers, we may be not hiding so much. If only we knew what was in front of us and what's ahead of us, we may not be hiding so much. But we don't know. We have no fucking clue most of the time what's in front of us and what is going to happen. So you can't keep hiding simply because there's more in front of us. There's more to do. It's not over yet. Wake up. Come out. Step into the light. Get honest with yourself. Get honest with the situation with yourself. That is probably one of the hardest conversations to have, is with yourself. Part of the reason why I'm putting this broadcast together is because I need to get out of my hiding place. I need to step into the light. I need to face the realities around me with what I'm dealing with the traumas, with the constant anxiety. I found myself in a spot where I need medication to help stabilize those swings and to help take that edge off. I understand that's not the answer for everybody. But for me, who spent so many years hiding from so many things, I'm finally having to confront dealing with one of the things I thought, actually I should just say I was in straight up denial about, the fact that I have a mental health issue. It is bipolar. I live in a world of mania and PTSD that has begun from years in childhood and adolescent abuse on all levels. And I no longer need to feel like I'm afraid, that I need to hide, that I need to go ahead and even hurt myself to get away from the world when the world starts turning sour and ugly. I started this broadcast because I know I'm not the only one dealing with things, and we all have the same slate of characteristics that we sometimes have to deal with because that's how karma should have it. So this episode was about hiding and then being found out and stepping into the light. And I know there's been moments in your life that you've had and felt like you were doing the same, where you're taking the biggest or the smallest brave steps into a different world, into a world that could actually help you. And over, have hope that nothing will ever come tumbling down, that shoe will never drop, etc., etc. Because walking and living with these things, that's how it's always seemed to fail. And now that I'm actually feeling them for the first time in my life, I'm scared. I'm scared to ever walk those footsteps again. I need to rebuild with a much more fortified pillar in my life than the one that caused self-sabotage and trauma, only because I didn't know how to love myself. So I had to hide from myself. These times are changing for me. I know for some of us, they're changing for you. Share with me. Follow, like, comment, email me, get in touch. I will do my absolute best to touch on whatever it is that you want to share with me. Thank you so much for coming in, listening, and really do your best not to forget about sharing or liking. This is how more people can be served, and I know that I can do more than just serve myself, and that's why I started this. I hope you continue to listen. I don't want to do this journey alone. That's something that I've always looked and avoided to do altogether because I was afraid of having to do it alone. I understand I don't have to do it alone anymore, that there is a world behind me that I can actually ask for help with, getting me through these little small and sometimes very big steps in my life that hopefully will provide a better life for not only me, that has peace, where I can actually rest and not worry, not think about dying, not think about getting hurt. It seems like such a simple request, but for someone like me that has for 40 plus years, I didn't know how to give to myself. So I'm hoping that I can start doing that today, because every day is big with opportunity with that. And every day is a big opportunity with you to do the same or do something bigger. I guess that would be my call to action. To just do better than yesterday. And if yesterday was awesome, it's okay to take a rest. And if yesterday was terrible, it's still okay to take a rest. And it's okay to hide if it's terrible.
And it's okay to face the daylight. It's okay to face the daylight. It's all right to face the daylight.
It really is okay to face the daylight. No matter how much I hide now, you can always find me on Alexa too. Just ask Alexa to play MyMental. Take a moment to hit me up with an email or message me at MyMental on Facebook. Wait till you find out about the story of what happened when I burned down a garage. Till next time. Thanks for listening.